Hey guys, this is me and Miguel. You probably haven't heard a lot from Miguel, but he and I just started a Kadoban series. I've been looking for students and ex-students that want to do that. So we started at 4, which he's one of these rare people on week. He'd been playing Go for 1 or 2 weeks, and he says, I forget how it started, but it's like, let's do lessons. And he was very serious. And I said, well, just go play with other people. You'll learn plenty. He says, no, I want to learn right. I could be getting this history wrong, but this is what I remember in my head. So I told him about get your groups this and defense and attack and it's all the basics. And he listened. Unbelievable. How rare is that as a Go teacher? 40 years teaching Go, more than that, just 40 years professionally. It is so rare for a student to actually listen. He got up to, dare I say, 1 dan in a matter of 6 months, which is totally possible, but most people don't do that. So anyway, pretty exciting. And he pretty much is going to crush me at 4 and 5 stones, but we never played a real game. So this is a real game, which changes things. The clock, misclicks, all that stuff. You got to take care of business. So let's see what happened. Okay, here we go. Here. This move is fine. It takes a pretty strong player to use it correctly. It's pretty darn thin. This one, not thin. So it's not a mistake, but I'm not going to play there. I am not strong enough to use this properly. Okay, over here. Comes in perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, the most appropriate. Bump, all standard kind of stuff. Don't let the cut. Good. I come out very active on a. What's he going to do? Fix, sort of fix. Is it better to fix this way? Certainly stronger, and that cut really bothered him later. All the black stones, if we Watari, everything seems fine. So maybe stopping the cut's better. What about the double Hane? You're just alive here. Maybe the double Hane might be best. I don't see a problem, and it certainly is forcing. So probably that way. Because fixing just looks a little heavy and not really needed, like it's only 80, 85%. But this is like in the middle, not quite doing either one. You with me, Miguel? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
He says
agree. Yeah.
here, comes over, double sente, good. He's over here. I would certainly Hane, check it out. If I don't do anything, boom, boom, boom. Very awkward for white. I cannot let that happen. So when he plays here, I'm playing. Still sente. I play. Granted, you're giving me points. Not really. I mean, you can still play here. That's alive. And then, so I think pushing, being aggressive here is just better. Really using all the 4 stones and getting great things in sente. So a little slow here. I take it. Man, I want to push and cut. Looks more like real territory for black, and I don't see a lot I can do with my center. I don't like it. So I finish this up because, is that center? I didn't want this to happen. So if you had pressed, I would have responded. Now it's not actually sente, but seems to me it's sente. I would take it as sente. So I think this move's a little better. Any questions about that? He's being very quiet.
No, I was looking for that move too.
Yeah. Now this is another really big move. So I'm not against this, but I think the corner is pretty valuable. I take it. You fix here. Yeah. So now when we Watari, black to play, he's not going to be playing here, right? Might even play here. Who knows? So the black stones are getting a bit off. I kind of like the idea of continuing here. The only problem is I'm giving you those points and the corner's not big enough. So I go this way. And this cut is going to be quite interesting. Down. This may well be alive, but you can get this and sente, that, and sente. I mean, it's just all this stuff. So I use a forcing move. White's going to be living. So the idea of letting white live and you get strength, I don't know, but seems pretty reasonable. I'm really looking to come out here. I would love to come out. And you're like, no. Good, good, good. Yeah, I would do one more personally to make it 4 in a row. But there's a lot of specifics here that are hard to read out. So yours might be better, but the shape's better the other way. A lot of people don't think about this move. So if I play here, let's say you come down, I don't see an eye in my next move. I'm going to live, but no eyes, no eye shape. If I play this way, I like that, but black can do it this way. Ouch! And I'm dead. Oh, but I lived over here. No. Yeah, so that's no good. This, just sente again. This one, now I've got some eye shape going on. You just connected. Of course, this is the move that we want to play. That's the one I'm going to have to come back and do my living. And let's say that happens and you fix your cut. The 014 cut. And let's assume that's not sente. Is this a problem? I don't think so. You're out. So I don't think you need to play this, although it's darn thick and strong. So it looks like we've seen a number of moves already that are very strong, but slow, not focused at everything.
Agree with that. Yeah.
What did you have a plan? If I continue, do you know what you're going to do?
Yeah, I was considering honey, but yeah.
Here, you mean?
Yeah.
If I thought you'd do that, I do it right away. But if you ignore, I got nothing here.
Oh, yeah.
That's not big at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't afford you ignoring. As long as I'm willing for this to be gote, which it is, I'll have to put an extra move maybe later. Who knows? So I'm looking for a way to live comfortably and make sure I can cut successfully. And I read it out a couple times, and all of a sudden that puts me in Byoyomi, and it's like, it's hard to read out. So I thought I'd let you have the burden. It looked like it really affected the cut. Here, boom, boom, boom. Play away. Because at this point, Well, you can certainly live if you want to. So you can connect or live. So go take. If I play away, you push me into your thickness. You really should, I mean, if you're here to attack, attack. You gave me extra room so I can live easily when I need to, and that's makes me feel good. So here, ouch, this is much harder, not a little harder. It's a lot harder. I really want to ignore this, but you're just going to get too many forcing moves, so I defend. Here, this one I didn't get. Closing the skirt, well, it's not too big. It's not like a big area. Yeah, this isn't defense. It's not attack. It doesn't give you the corner. It doesn't give you the left. I would say this is the only mistake of the game. Everything else was inefficient.
Yeah, I
This,
wasn't sure about this.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a pleasant move, very big in the corner, and next move you're in my area. But again, a
Yeah.
little slow, I think. So this guy, if I take the top area, that's a big area you're getting. Am I really going to let that happen? No, because what I'm getting on top is entirely negated by what you're getting in the corner. So I'm forced to play this way. And if we just do this, that's easy life. And I have no points at all. So I think this might be the thing. And I knew that territory was thin. So I played here, which I kind of don't want to do. I'd rather play here. I'd much rather play here. The problem is you can give away the corner. I've got to take care of this stone. And let's just play this way. All of a sudden, all my points are gone, and your C11 all of a sudden is looking really nice on the left. It's like the Watari has become proper. So yeah. So I felt forced to not give you that option, which gives you a little more in the corner, but because of the thinness you created early, I can still live in the corner. So I got a good position on top, and I can still live in the corner. The problem is my top position isn't that solid and not particularly cash. Boom, boom, which I think is appropriate. Sente and out. May as well. There's something wrong with the Hane. Sente. Next move is Atari, and you kill the top. Right? If I don't do anything, Atari, and my 3 stones on top are just dead now. So Sente, I'll probably answer this way, and you're just completely out. Very easy. Well, it could be more trouble, but there's a lot of ways to do it. This seemed like you're giving up some important stones. Those stones could really, they've got Ataris all. Still, it was good. Same thing with pull back. I still don't have the eye, much stronger. And this is, well, Sente, if I can't let you in.
Agree. I consider that a mistake
Yeah.
to go F18. Yeah.
You roll your R's so good. And it's like you were born rolling your R's. You know, I can barely do it. My wife can't roll her R's at all. And you're like, yeah. I get to bother the two quite a bit here. A little thing here, in the future, when you play this move, Q players then fix and black fixes, end of story. The better idea, Atari, threaten to kill, black fixes, Atari, and all of a sudden there's just the liberties are better in the future. So white should throw in is the whole point. But that's neither here nor there. My top group, not alive. If I play here, still not alive in Gote. So I'm having troubles. Out I come. I had no idea if this works. Zero. I assume it doesn't because it's so thin. But the way to get as many options as I can on my weak group is to be very aggressive. Then I can go left, right, sideways. All have different variations of sente and pseudo sente. So very aggressive. If I just come out and you come out, where are my options? Where are my eyes? So get forceful, turn. Absolutely necessary. Okay, I have to. Black's move here, not easy to find. This might be the only idea. If I connect home, it's a ladder in your favor. So this breaks the ladder. This sets up this move to kill the cutting stones. There's a lot to read out here. I decide just go home. Get out as much as I can. There's a lot of Aji there. If I connect, I would say I just lose the game. There's nothing to do on the left. I must play here to make use of, and I do, this cut, these weak stones, these weak stones. I mean, playing here was vital. If any Q players don't quite get that, they'll see it. Boom. Sente. Now, I'm going to give up these two stones. I have no intentions of them living, but as is, if I ever get something interesting, you simply capture. Now, if I get something interesting, you can't capture right away. Okay, so sacrifice that extra stone. Now that I capture these two, it means that I have an eye and you don't. So that should give me the win, or actually does give me the win on top, that capturing race. So if you ever have the opportunity to connect, then neither one of us has an eye and it's Seki, but you don't have that option. I like this. Cleans it up quite nicely. Very strong move. I do some living. I like this. I think this is going to cause you some problems.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, that could really be a problem. So fixing this way is valid and good in this case. Great Hane. When I connect, this doesn't work for you. I connect over or under.
Yeah.
So I'm connected out. That's nice. You play here. So relationship from A and B, that's an easy one. Very nice. How about A and C? C's a pretty big 5 lines of a wall. Pretty hard for white to get past that. I would say this is the perfect spot. And I don't like this one. I do like that one. It's only one space, but it's just intuitive, but I really like, I think A is perfect if we're looking in that area. At this point, my three stones, this is trouble. Man, I could lose the fight easily. But
I was looking at that. Yeah.
This A stone is what catches my three stones. So it's absolute sente. Now, at the time, I didn't see it as absolute sente. I thought, I could probably get in trouble. I really should fix. But looking at it now, holy cow, I was just simply going to lose the game. So now if he tries to get out, it's just Atari and fix. So all is well. Okay. Boom. Boom. You're thinking of the cuts coming up and your corner might not be alive. And this is a very big move. I agree. It might be better to if you have time to read it out, if you can say, I'm alive or connected, then you'd have sente to go do whatever you want. Whatever you want. Game over. Unless I can kill, which I don't believe I can. Just alive. So if you had seen your life and death, you play here, game's over. I can't do anything. There's nothing to do. So I think this is a good move in general if you can't read it out. But my getting sente is like, holy cow. Start here. This is quite large. And sente. Anyway, I did that. You play here, out. Here, I go this way. Now's my sente. In I come. Snap back. Now you were thinking of, what was it, here?
Yeah. That was the move. I misclicked because I was hovering the other side because I was reading. Yeah.
So if I come this way, Atari, save saying Atari, capture the cutting stone. This is nothing. Black's perfectly clean, and I've gained very small. How about Atari? Just save. Atari, fill. Atari, save. I'm not doing anything on the left. So yeah, that would have been game winning because should be a good 15 points ahead still. But now he's on his final Yoyomi in a hard situation, having to read things out, stones hovering, tensions rising. Oops, misclick.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. Okay, Miguel, thank you very much. It was an exciting game. You did fantastic. It's obvious you could easily crush me at 4 if you just, calm down and spend less time in the opening. Miguel has a real problem overthinking. He wants all the depth. He's in love with all the depth. Go has amazing depth, profound depth. The idea of, I'll play an easy opening. No. Well, in real games, you have to manage your clock. Okay, guys, hope you got something out of it. Enjoyed it. Catch y'all later.